Hi, did you order food? Okay, I'm gonna place it right here. Boy, smells like electronics. What do y'all do, like repair?
Yeah, we're a service center.
Oh, wonderful. You enjoy your food, and thank you. Be safe. Smells very funny in there. Like oil or something. It's an electronic place. They do like repairs. Like fucking paint fumes. Goodness. Forgot to mention, this is no offense to Apple. They make wonderful phones. And man, Sean Baker, who's also part of the New School, also is at the same university as Sean Baker, because I went to the New School University, as well as the Actor Studio Drama School. That was launched out of the New School University. It's now part of PACE. Sean Baker was at the New School University about the same time I was there. He was studying intensive editing. He also has an NYU cat to study filmmaking. He did Tangerine. He also did a film called The Florida Project, which I think is probably one of the best films in the last 10 years. He worked with William Dafoe. He had to do Tangerine to get to Florida Project. He tried to do the Florida Project and had to abandon the Florida Project, and then he had to take on Tangerine, which he did with an iPhone. This is no disrespect to Apple, okay? I don't know a lot about Apple phones. I have dealt with them. I have relatives that have Apple phones, okay? The phone that I'm using, you obviously know, okay? But it's not about quality as much as it's about story, okay? Think of story over just quality, right? Think of Picasso versus Van Gogh, okay? So the idea behind this is to get the story in the can, okay? Bulb, which I made back in 2010 and 2011, I used a Sony video camera with that before Sean Baker brought about any of his projects, okay? So I was doing Bulb with a guy named, I call him Rob Vasquez. He's a playwright that's out of Fort Worth. Wrote many plays. One of the brilliant play he wrote was Brother and Sister with Wings. I was in Chicken Skin, which is off Teatro. I've worked with Rob Vasquez quite a bit. He's a brilliant playwright. He's also one of the best actors I personally know. He's a very, very strong actor. Just like Moliere was a great actor and playwright as well. Rob also did make a film, because all my projects will go to other projects. And Rob is probably one of the best friends I've had since Foster Harrington, who died in the war in Sunni Triangle. Rob is more of a poet and more of a writer, and Rob used to pick me up in front of my house on 2618 Willing in Fort Worth, and he made me go to creative writing class with him. He's like, I'm picking you up, you're going. And he'd be outside, I'd walk out, and there he is in his little blue car that his mom and dad got him. It's his old ghetto looking car, and he would take me to creative writing class. He made sure I got in there with Bob Reed, and he took me there, and he sat beside me when we did that class. He made sure I went to that class, and we took the creative writing course together. We wrote plays all through high school. We worked on a film piece called Adair's Painting, which Rob and I did a screen test for. We also did a short film called Solace, which was for Rob. And I believe my piece was, Rob's piece was Solace, which was a screenplay that he was working on, but we turned it into a little short film for Pascal High School in the film department, and also for creative writing for Bob Reed's class. Rob was part of that film department for quite a bit of time at the high school. What was my piece? I know, no. Solace was both our pieces. That's right. It was his script piece. Adair's Painting was an outside screen test that we did. We also worked on a film that got Brandon Carter into NYU Film School called Blue Season. So this is Herby Talks shop history. Brandon Carter was a big James Cameron fan that got into NYU. He also liked Spielberg too. I don't know where Brandon is. I wanted to do a documentary about finding Brandon Carter, see where he went. We were all supposed to get together and make a film one day. We drank this like magic potion as a dedication so that we could. But it looks like to me that we kind of went our separate ways, just like all great. Look at this right here. Anyway, it all came around basically with me heading off to the actor studio and training under the greats of the actor studio in New York. I also trained in Hollywood with Diane, but got into the actor studio because of Actor Studio West. Then I got into Actor Studio East, or I got into it for observation, who I also got to witness a class with Ellen Bernstein, who worked with Martin Scorsese and stuff. I got to work with her. But this all builds over time. We're talking about stuff going back all the way from 1992 because of that right there. Going all the way back to 1992 till now. So as an artist on your own, you can pick up the camera and you can go forward. You can pick up the camera and you can go forward, and you can do what you need to do because of what we just saw back there. Okay? Everybody has that right. We can speak. Right? We can speak in any way we want. Through mime, through talking, or both. Mime is important because mime is kind of the opposite of acting. So when we know something, the actors always taught, well, try the opposite. Try some mime. Go through the scene in mime. Try mime, right? Which is very expressionist. It's very much like ballet. It's very wild and crazy. Don't make it real. Don't make mime real. Okay? Talk to Greg Goldston about the beauty of mime. It's the opposite. Acting's part of it, but it's a gesture. It's big. It's expressive. It's like dance, right? How can that help the actor? Oh, it can. Okay? So, because it's the opposite of acting, or I say it's a different type of acting. It's not sitting there doing the Marlon Brando, but Marlon Brando kind of did it a little bit, so did Nicholson. But it's about focusing on something different to get you out of your head.